Well, testimony is underway right now in the murder trial of the accused 6th Street shooter.
DeAndre White is accused of the 2021 mass shooting that killed Douglas Kantor, who was visiting Austin from New York. 13 others were hurt in the shooting on 6th Street. KVUE's Isabella Basco is live at the Travis County Courthouse this afternoon. So, Isabella, who took the stand today?
Brian and Quita, it was just a few hours ago when we heard from Douglas Kantor's mother, Julia Kantor, who was emotional during her testimony, saying that her son had a lot of plans ahead of him to visit Austin, to get married, and also return to New York right before his death. Now, this morning, the state began with opening statements telling the jury DeAndre White was the person who pulled out the gun and shot it into the crowd. Over the next few days, we'll hear from the medical examiner who was involved in the autopsy. We'll also see Douglas's medical records and also hear from a digital forensics examiner, which is someone who does analysis of cell phone data, ballistics experts, and a DNA forensic scientist. Prosecutor Gene Sullivan says they'll also show video of DeAndre and his friends running away from the scene and meeting up with others to regroup at a hotel and eventually go back to Killeen.
Once he was at the hospital, the doctors tried for hours in surgery to save his life. Unfortunately, they were unable to do so, and he passed away on June 13th. Doug died because of these people that he had never seen or met before in his life that brought guns and used them on 6th Street that night.
Now, the defense followed with their opening statement. Defense attorney William Browning saying the evidence will show White and his friends had an encounter with people they knew were part of a gang.
And that one of them pulled a weapon out of his waistband, and that Mr. White felt that he had no choice but to defend himself and his friends.
And today we've heard from some police officers who were at the scene that night of the mass shooting who attempted to save Kantor's life after he was shot. The court also watching the body camera footage as well as some halo camera footage that pinpointed White and Kantor's locations from that night. Now, the state also brought in 2 witnesses who were gunshot wound victims. That's Jesse Cepeda and Jessica Ramirez. Ramirez says that she has a damaged lung, blood pressure issues, and is also paraplegic due to her gunshot wound. We'll continue to follow this story for you tonight at 6, but for now, back to you, Brian and Quita.